The crowds are growing in Protea Glen as protesters continue to occupy vacant land in Soweto. A group of people once again are in the area to earmark land, saying that they want space to build their homes. The protesters say they will not be deterred from their efforts of occupying land as the government has failed to provide them with adequate accommodation. Meanwhile, the residents of Protea Glen, those against the land grabs, are also on location. They say police assured them that these shacks will be demolished by the end of the day. And joining us on the phone line at Protea Glen is our Afro Worldview reporter, Tlotleho. Once again, what is the police saying as of now?
Thank you so much for having us, and good day to the viewers. The police have grown a little bit frustrated because people have increased in their numbers. As you can see, they have, on defense mode, if one could say. So I'm just going to ask my cameraman to pan so that you can see the crowd. People have came in numbers wanting to come register for a piece of land. They say that they are not going anywhere until somebody higher up in government comes to address them and tell them exactly why can't they be here. So right now, as you can see, they are squatting or sitting down as a sign of peace to say that the police must not shoot. But the situation is escalating. People are coming in their numbers to come and register. We also heard from the residents of Protea that are staying in extension 28 and 29 saying that they still don't want these people shot because the value of, and those were the gun, just the rubber bullets that were being shot right there. I guess as a sign to warn these protesters, people are marching and they're leaving the scene. Currently, police are coming closer.
Now, what is the reason for these rubber bullets being shot? I mean, as we can see, those people who have come to register their land are sitting down in peace, and now rubber bullets, and I see smoke coming from the grass area there. Can you explain a little bit more in detail what that is?
So now there is no actual indication as to why police are so angry all of a sudden, but what we heard from the residents is that these police allegedly are on, have a political agenda, if one may put it. But there is nothing that the residents did to provoke them. So as you can see, they just keep coming closer and closer, shooting their rubber bullets. They've increased in numbers. They're on both sides of the road and of this landmark.
Now, what day are we on of these protests, and perhaps the police are retaliating in this matter because they've had to do so before when these people who came to register their land did turn violent with burning tires and being quite violent. Would you say that this is the reason as to why the police are reacting in this manner, even though those who have come to register for land are peacefully protesting?
So this protest, or rather this gathering of these Soweto people, started about 2 months back, to be exact, because I spoke to one of the community leaders earlier, and he told me that they started on the 27th of March. That's when they decided on Freedom Day to stand up and gather to come and fight for what they believe is right. Now, in terms of why it is getting so volatile, they're starting to shoot again. People are running away. But what we know, and as you perhaps saw on the visuals, is that the shacks are up. The shacks are up. So perhaps this is one of the reasons that these police are retaliating, because they told them not to bring, not to bring shacks here, not to bring poles here, not to claim what is not theirs. But people defied them and continued to do so anyway. But now, as you can see, the police are chasing them away from the land here, and everybody's just on the side of the road.
What are the protesters doing? Are they running away? Because our visuals are just on the police as they are making their way over the land that the protesters were sitting on in a peaceful manner, bringing the police trucks. Where are the protesters now?
Now, we are trying to get closer to where the protesters are, but the protesters are on the other side of the road, I guess, running away to their different homes and different, places of residence.
So they are not retaliating in any violent way at all?
Absolutely no retaliation from protesters. As you can see now, we can already see the police demolishing, or JMPD rather, demolishing one of the shacks. But yes, the protesters have dispersed from the scene. They're on the side of the road, others running to the right. and others running to the left. We will try to get closer just to give you a picture of how, they've dispersed yet there.
Now, I understand that these protesters came onto this land to register in order to occupy this land. Was there a formal process of registration, or would this be deemed as illegal?
As far as we know, this could be deemed as illegal because what we noticed when we got here is that the process was not, it was not in an orderly manner because at one point the people were lining up to write down their names. The next 5 minutes they're being called to come and dig up a piece of land. So a bit of a back and forth from the from the residents here and the community leaders. So really the process is not orderly. They just came and they said to them, just come and write your name and you'll get a piece of land.
Have we managed to chat to any representative from the police at all?
We did try earlier to speak to one of the police, but unfortunately our efforts failed, as they said that they're not in a position to give an update or to talk to the media on this regard.
Now, as our visuals will show, we did see earlier that protesters who had come to occupy the vacant land there in Protea Glen in Soweto were sitting down peacefully when all of a sudden the police reacted with their rubber bullets and the firing of the rubber bullets at these peaceful protesters, and then started walking towards these protesters, chasing them around. As you can see in our visuals there, this is previously, is that there are quite a number of protesters that have come to occupy this land, and then the police reacted, obviously, with these rubber bullets, taking stand over the land and pushing these protesters and marchers away.